Hey friend, welcome back to The Gentle Reset, your no judgment zone for creating a home that actually works for you. I'm Allison, ADHD home and systems coach, former occupational therapist, and mom of two, and I'm so glad you're here. If the idea of starting fresh feels good, but starting from scratch sounds exhausting, this episode is for you. Let's take one simple step together today. Here's your weekly 3, a mind hack, a home hack, and a personal highlight to help your home feel lighter, more functional, and easier to maintain. Today we're talking about what I'm keeping this year, the rhythms and resets that are already working, and why I'm not changing them just because it's a new year. You'll hear how I'm deciding what stays, what doesn't, and how that's shaping this next season for me. How small, repeatable resets are helping our home feel calmer and less stressful, and finally, I'll share a real-life moment from our home that reminded me why consistency matters more than perfection. And next week, we're talking about something I see all the time with ADHD homes, how things slowly drift off track, even when you're doing your best, and why that doesn't mean anything is wrong with you or your systems. Hit follow now so you don't miss it. Let's jump in. Not everything needs to change just because it's a new year, and especially with ADHD. If something is already working, there's no point in changing it. During my reflection, I didn't just look at what I wanted to let go of. I also paid attention to what's actually supporting me right now, the rhythms and systems that are already quietly doing their job. For me, that looks like keeping a few simple boundaries around my time and energy, not overscheduling my days, leaving white space to move my body and support my mental health, whether that's a therapy visit or journaling or just slowing down, protecting my mornings and putting myself first instead of last. And side note, I have PCOS, pushing 40 years old, and pretty sure I'm in perimenopause. The body changes are so real, you guys. My blood work came back as borderline pre-diabetic, so I started working with a dietitian, and now I have a CGM, continuous glucose monitor. I'm literally tracking all the things right now. So I just wanted to emphasize how important it is as moms to start putting yourself first, even if it's just taking a shower alone or going for a quick walk. So here's the mindset shift I want you to try this week. Instead of asking what should I change this year, ask what's already helping me. Because growth doesn't always come from adding something new. Sometimes it's from noticing what's working and deciding to keep it on purpose. So this year, I'm not starting from scratch. I'm keeping the rhythms and systems that are already working and letting them guide what this next season looks like, as well as adding in a few little things that help me stay on track. When I look at what's helping our home feel calmer right now, it's not big projects or complicated systems. It's the small resets we come back to again and again. The ones that take less than 15 minutes and actually lower visual overwhelm. 2 that I'm intentionally keeping this year are 1, the kitchen reset. This one I talk about a lot because it actually works. A quick reset of the counters, sink, and main surfaces at the end of the day changes how the whole house feels and sets me up for a calmer morning. Not a deep clean, not every drawer, just getting the kitchen back to functional so I'm not waking up to chaos. That one reset alone lowers my stress in the morning and makes it easier to start the day without feeling behind. And the other one is the drop zone reset. The space where bags, shoes, papers, and random stuff pile up is always the first place to get chaotic. Instead of trying to keep it perfect, I reset it often. 5 minutes, clear the surface, put things back where they belong, and I'm done. These resets work because they don't rely on motivation or perfection. They're quick wins in the 2 most used spaces in the home, which is huge for ADHD brains. So if you want a starting point, I'll link my kitchen reset freebie in the show notes. It walks you through a quick and simple timer-based checklist. And if you're thinking, okay, I know what kind of reset I need, I just don't know where to begin in my space, that's where Curiosity Calls can help. Sometimes you just need another set of eyes to help you see what's actually working and what isn't. I want to invite you to schedule your free call through the link in the show notes. I would love to help you stop feeling stuck, overwhelmed, and behind in your home. Now let me share a real-life moment of what this looks like in our home. My kids are what I call living room kids. Plus, we have no playroom, so the majority of their toys live in their bedrooms. They love pulling toys out of their rooms and setting up a full-on worlds in the living room. Forts, tents, Barbie setups, Magna-Tiles, all of it. And most of the time I let it happen because I love their creativity and I don't want every day to feel like a battle over the mess. But by the end of the weekend, stepping over toys, visual clutter everywhere, feeling overstimulated the second I walk in the room, it was a lot. So instead of letting it drag on or getting frustrated, we did a full family reset. We all pitched in, each taking a category of toys or tidying up the couch. The kids helped move things back in their rooms. We cleared the living room together, and once it was done, the energy in the house completely shifted. That's something I want to normalize. Sometimes it takes the whole family to reset a space, and that doesn't mean the system failed. It just means life happened. And resets don't have to be dramatic or perfect. Sometimes they're just everyone jumping in for 20 minutes so the space can work again. I don't expect my 8 and 6-year-old to do it all by themselves either. Leading by example really makes a difference. Turn on a timer or some fun music if you need to. That's a rhythm I'm keeping this year. And that moment is such a good reminder of this. Your home is allowed to be lived in. Resets can be quick and perfect and still incredibly effective, and sometimes the most supportive rhythm is simply doing it together. Well, that's it for today, friend. If this episode spoke to you, will you send it to a friend who needs it too? It's always comforting knowing that we're not the only ones struggling. And if you have a second, leaving a quick review helps me reach more ADHD women who need support in their homes. Remember, one small shift at a time creates momentum. You're doing better than you think, and I'm so proud of you. See you next week on The Gentle Reset for another weekly 3.